I'm Kenji Adachi. I'm the lead pastor of All People's Community Church. You can see it right here. We meet in an elementary school. We're a church plant that planted in 2016. And I joined a prayer cohort because as a church planter, I'm so busy with so much to do. And one of the things I'm confessing to you I struggle with is personal prayer and leading the church in prayer. And so when I heard from Vance Pittman, the president of the Send Network, that he encouraged us to be a part of the prayer cohort, I jumped right into it to grow personally as a man of prayer, and then to be able to lead my church out of who I am. And so I want you to know that this cohort, you're going to read some books, which is awesome. You're going to meet with other pastors, which is awesome. But the best part for me was not just prioritizing prayer, of course I know that, or the paradigm of prayer in the Lord's Prayer, I know that, but actually to practice it. And it was great for us to be able to practice what we were learning. I applied it immediately to my elder team as we were gathering monthly to pray, with our weekly staff meetings as well, teaching our people how to pray. And then this past Friday, just 2 days ago, we had our first prayer summit. And it took courage to do that. And let me explain why. Because the first year church planting, of course I wanted to gather our church to pray. We had a meeting, a prayer gathering, our very first large prayer and praise night. Only 5 people showed up. It was me, the praise leader, and then 2 out of my 3 kids, and then 2 of their friends. That was it. And so what a discouragement and failure. And it seemed like prayer was so much work. But this prayer cohort taught me that we must seek God's face before we seek His hands, and it changes everything. And that 1 hour that we spent on Friday, it just flew by as we worshiped the Lord and we sought His face, and that God ministered to us and that we responded to Him. And so if you are a pastor like me who struggles personal prayer or leading the church in prayer, I can't encourage you enough to jump in this cohort. It helped me to learn prompts to teach our people how to pray. I praise you, Jesus, for blank. And that helped our church. It helped our groups. And it's transforming our church as we are becoming more and more a house of prayer and a praying church. As a church planter, what I need most is God's power and His presence. He's the one that's mightily at work in building His church and making disciples. And so the verse that God has given me this year is 2 Chronicles 16:9, which says, "For the eyes of the Lord roam to and fro throughout the earth, seeking to give strong strength to those whose heart are blameless and towards Him." And this is what I need. Not just God's strong support, but also to have a blameless heart, to draw near Him. And so prayer is the vital tool that God uses to draw us close to Him so that we may be blameless before Him, and also that He desires as a good Father to give us the support and strength that we need. And so I can't encourage you enough to check out the prayer cohort, be a part of it, have God meet you, and so that you may encounter and experience Him in fresh ways.